What's up, y'all? It's Chug Rock. What I want to talk about in this video right here is a topic about how dying early off in life, whether you're a kid, you know, in your childhood, teenager, or an early adult, when your early adulthood, it's not normal to die that young, you know, because people will say, "Oh, everybody dies," to hide the fact that it's not even normal. The normal way of dying is you dying old. I'm pretty sure we human beings are not the design to die early. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, I'm not designed to die early. You're not designed to die early. The body was made to do that. You know, it has something to do with taking care of yourself. Yes, I know that. But it's crazy how people will say stuff like, "Oh, uh, everybody gotta die," and stuff like that. Instead of not seeing something wrong with the bigger picture, you know, you know, I don't like to say, "Oh, everybody die," when it's concerning a young soul. A person that's 20, a person that's 12, you know, a person that's 30, in their mid 30s, you know, you know, about to be in their about to be in their early 40s, down before they get in their early 40s. I see something wrong with that. Human beings was never designed to go out there quick. You know, we were never designed to leave the earth that quick. It's not normal. Every time a person dies in a certain generation, you know, early 20s, 30s as an adult or under that childhood ages, that's not normal. You know, it's not normal because we was designed to, we was made to live long. We was made to get old. Old is the final stage in our life. That's another reason. Old is because simply the reason why we're not supposed to die early, is because we ain't we reached the final state of our age bracket, and that's adulthood. Adulthood is the last. Old is the the last chapter, you know, before you about to call it in, not 20s, 30s, you know, you know, that's not right. And, you know, uh the reason why I had to do this video is because, um yesterday, I got bad news. I got bad news about, this guy that I was cool with as a child that I kind of grew up with a little bit, uh, in the 90s, passed away, so I just had to come on here and say, like, man, uh, stop saying, like, uh, death is normal or natural of our ages. No, it's not. It's not normal for a 25-year-old man to die. It's not normal for a 25-year-old woman to die. It's not normal for a 5-year-old boy to die. It's not normal for a 5-year-old girl to die. They're young. It's not normal for um, a 37-year-old man or woman to die, that early in life, in their stage of life. So, um, yeah, man, because, and another thing, they ain't even live a full life yet. They ain't experienced nothing nothing that close to a full life. 30 something is not a full life. 20 something is not a full life. That's not even long, you know, to be living. You heard? I know, I feel like I ain't even come to shit, like that. So so by me leaving out of here, it's like my legacy is vain, a 30 plus year life, that's not a good legacy. I didn't leave a legacy if I die right now. I got long years to go. You know, I got years to go if life stay the same. Hopefully I don't die before I get there, but um, I hope I get there, and it'll be a blessing. You know, so should nobody be dying early. And a guy that died, that I got the information from my grandmother yesterday, uh, he was my age, of course. So it's kind of it kind of brings horror out, in a way. If it feels strange, feels bizarre, feels chiseling, it feels creepy, you know, to notice that, that we was the same age, and you know, I I, I grew with him. I built a rapport with him, you know. So that's kind of chiseling. That's kind of, yeah. That's messed up, I don't know what other words I can put, but that's kind of odd, to me. You heard me? But because it is, because no one is supposed to die young. We supposed to die old, you know, because dying young mean you didn't you didn't get the full stage of an adulthood. The full stage of an adulthood is old age. That's the full elderly. If you don't reach elderly, you haven't reached this full stage of adulthood. You know, you heard? If you don't pass uh your 40s, you know, man, or your 50s, then that's not right, bro. Especially if you way in your early adulthood, you're not supposed to. Life ain't meant for us to be dying early, quick. You know, I know we can't prevent death all the time, but we can only prevent it when we can. But at the same time, I'm saying it's just not normal, to be exiting out of here fast, young like that. You know, you know, it's not normal. It's not natural to me. It's just not. I don't believe that certain people are supposed to be dying young like that. They not. Ain't no God did that. If it is a good God, like the Christians, like they of their Christian Bible, why would their God want evil? Why would the God want evil to come? Why would he create evil in the first place if he want all good? If he want us to be all good, come on now. If he was all embodied in good, like y'all, the people that y'all religious people say, y'all people of the world that believe in this God say, uh, it doesn't make sense for you to say, God took away such and such and such and such when they died. God did this. God did this. God put that curse on them, on that person. God made that person die. God allowed that person. Why would he allow anything bad to happen if he's a good person? If he was such a good person, he wouldn't allow he wouldn't allow no evil. So y'all don't know what y'all talking about. That God don't exist that y'all making up. That God is like the devil 2.0 then. Since y'all believe in the devil and the devil is bad, he ain't too far from the tree then. You know, the devil and the God of the Bible, they one of the same people then. 2.0. If they allow babies to die, people to get killed by villains, you know, and you know, take them off the planet for no reason, let them get, you know, that's crazy. That don't even sound right. You know, that sound vile. You know, what are y'all talking about? Ain't Satan supposed to be all the bad, do all the bad? God do all the good. He's supposed to stand for the blessing. How he gonna be both? What's Satan at? Y'all stupid. Where is Satan? Come on now. Y'all be cool.